Welcome back to this training on the topic titled After NYSC, What Next? So let's look at the things we will be tackling in this training. One will be looking at the fear of the unknown, the courage to face the unknown, job prospects everywhere, the right positioning, CV writing your winning combination, job application websites helping you to simplify your job hunting, entrepreneurial instincts, how do you access funds, and networking the right way. So without much ado, let's move over. One of the things I have discovered in life is that some people think, not many people, some people think the future is actually gloomy, especially after NYSC. What next? What are the next things they are going to do? What do they have in stock? What next step? While some are clear about this, so many others are not clear about this. And I want you to understand that the future is not gloomy. No, it is not. The future is not gloomy. If you think the future is gloomy, it is because you think that is not reality. You think the future is not gloomy. You might say there are no jobs. I will, by God's grace, as we go on in this training, I will be able to share some personal experiences with you and make you understand some basic facts. The future is actually not gloomy, and the fact that others are few doesn't determine your own life. You may look around you, people who graduated 5-10 years ago haven't gotten jobs. That does not mean you will not get a job. The fact that others failed should not be a yardstick to measure your own life experience. No, others failed. It might be as a result of their carelessness or battles of life or challenges, but that should not be a yardstick for measuring your own life. You are a unique individual. You are completely different. You are not the same with everybody, and so you should not compare yourself. That is one area where many people fail in life. They try comparing themselves with others. They compare themselves with their colleagues in school. They went to the same institution, or colleagues they are their classmates in secondary school. No, this is where you need to draw the line. You need to draw you need to draw a borderline. You are not somebody else. You are unique, and the fact that others have failed should not create fear in your heart that you are also going to fail. Another thing is past experiences should not stop you. You might be wondering, what am I saying? I'm going to share my own personal experience with you. Due to the battles of the challenges of life, I told you in the introductory session of this training, I graduated with a third class. Yes, I did. But I can tell you the things I've been able to do and achieve in life by God's grace, I've never ever been tied to that third class. The fact that you graduated with a third class, or with a pass, or with a lower credit, or upper credit, or even now, listen, even if you graduate with the first class, or even a 2-1, or a distinction, or upper credit, that should not get into your head and make you begin to think that is the end of life. No, there are so many people, practical experiences and things I have read so much while doing so much research online. I've discovered that even there are so many first class graduates, second class, 2-1 graduates, 2-2 graduates, 2-1 and even first class graduates, distinction and upper credit graduates who don't have jobs, while those who have lower their grades are securing jobs. That is not to say excellence is not good. Don't get me wrong. I understand what excellence is, and I have made a decision that my past experiences will never stop me. It was a battle of life. It has come and it is gone. It is in the past. I cannot rewrite that past, but I can rewrite my future. So the fact that I failed in the past is not stopping me. It can never stop me. It can only stop me when I allow myself to become tied to the past. Some of you might have failed while you were in the university. You didn't graduate with a good degree. This is not the time to regret. It is not the time to regret at all. Forget about that. What happened? What caused that your failure? That fear, the cause of your failure, is what you should look at and try to avoid it in the future. And if you succeeded, you have a 2-1, you have a 2-2, you have a 2-1, you have a first class, you have an upper credit, you graduated with distinction while from the polytechnic, That should not be age. You shouldn't use that as a yardstick for measuring your progress. You should understand that that is just the starting point. The labor market sifts everybody. There are so many job opportunities that come, and even people who don't have a 2-1 or distinction, or either upper credit or first class, actually get the jobs more than others, because they have been able to prepare themselves. And I want you to understand that the job hunting environment, as I'll be telling you in subsequent videos, is quite different. It is completely different. And so if you are somebody that crammed while you were in the university or in the polytechnic or in any high institution you attended, you crammed, as they say, la cram la pour, you crammed in order to get your certificate, I want to tell you congratulations. But this is the time to stop cramming. This is the time to start learning things about life and start preparing yourself for if you are going to look for a job. I'll be talking about the job hunting process, and I'll also be talking about if you are going to start a business on your own. You can actually start from scratch. Okay, then the next thing I want to talk about is that I also said that don't use the life of others as your own yardstick. No, that should not be. There are some. Let me clear the air over this issue now. There are some people who are actually living the lives of their parents. How do I mean? Some studied the course their parents wanted them to study, or some actually studied the course the school gave them, not that the course they wanted to read. They actually read that course because they've stayed at home for a long time, and they are not they are tired of staying at home, and so when the course they registered for was not given to them by the school, the school gave them, they just went in. Congratulations. Yes, you didn't like the course. Congratulations. You might be saying, why am I saying congratulations? Am I stupid? Am I so insensitive? No, I am not insensitive. What I'm trying to tell you is that this is the time to actually put your life together and go back on track. Would it surprise you if I tell you that I graduated from Lagos State University with a third class, as I told you earlier, and I studied management technology. Actually, management technology was not what I wanted to study. That's the fact. I put in for mechanical engineering, but I was not given mechanical engineering. I was given management technology. But I want to tell you something here now. This is a personal life experience. I was never meant to be a science student, though I went through science class. But there was a mistake in my life journey. Do you know where I made that mistake? While in my right between SS3 and SS1, I wanted to be a musician right from time. I wanted to study music. Music had been in my blood. I'd been playing the recorder right from my primary school days. I'd been writing music right from the earliest time I could remember writing songs was from around GSS2. But I missed my life purpose. Do you know why? Transiting from GSS3 to SS1, I wanted to go to art class. And I want to say this prayer today. I pray that God will remove every person that will divert your journey in Jesus' name. See, in life there are some people who the devil has actually set apart to divert your journey. That is one thing that happened with my own life. But I thank God that I'm back on track. Transiting from GSS3 to SS1, I was supposed to study. I wanted to go to art class. Anything arts. I loved writing. But by God's grace, I'm an author. I've written a book, and I've written so many things online, so many articles. I've written so many articles online by God's grace. But I had an aunt. I told her I wanted to study music. She said if I went to read music, I would end up as a backup musician. And that should be around 1996 or thereabout. I graduated from secondary school in 1999. That should be around 1996, 97 thereabout. And that was what stopped me. That singular conviction, not knowing it was a diversion, stopped me from pursuing my goal in the arts. I went over to science class. I was not an average student. I was not all that excellent, but I know that in my mathematics, in my SSC, I had B3. In my physics, I had a B3. In my Greek, I had A1. By God's grace, in my English, I had a C6. I still remember when my chemistry was a C6. I never knew chemistry. I know what helped me in my chemistry was my practicals. I never understood chemistry. I never ever understood. Now, why am I saying this? To cut the long story short, after graduation, and I now had the opportunity of going to a music college, a professional music college. Some of you might have heard of the music college, Peter King College of Music, in along Badagry Road in Lagos here, and it happened to be a full-time school. And now here am I, having graduated, over 30, needing to settle down, get a job, even though I had my own company by the side, because I had closed down my company before I went for service. Do I still do online stuff? So I still do take jobs online, but I wanted to get a job and start settling down as a young man. But when this opportunity came, there was not that dilemma. Should I pursue money, get a job, and start settle down as a young man, get married, or should I pursue my original purpose, my original vision, what I actually wanted to study? I can tell you it was a battle. But I remember what my pastor told me. He said there is no age you get to that you can't pursue your purpose. That was the driving factor. That was what God used to convince me and to push me forward. And because of this, I went ahead. Even though I discussed with my parents after service that I was going to get a job, we were even working together, trying to. And even when I get to the job section, the job hunting, I'll tell you the various things I did to get a job. And I now have to go and enroll for a 2-year basic certificate course in music. You might wonder, am I stupid? About all the years I've wasted. Let me tell you something. There is something in life that money cannot buy. Your purpose, your original vision. Money cannot buy it. No matter how rich you are, you will still feel that vacuum. That vacuum will be felt by you because God originally created that thing in you. That is the real you. So even if you leave it aside, go and make money, go and get all the money you want in the world, you will still have that vacuum. That emptiness will still be in your heart because you are not fulfilling what you are actually meant to fulfill. And I'll meet you in the next section where I'll be going over some other things. Keep it locked.